Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at the Masters of the Universe Sunman, and we're also going to compare them to the Rulers of the Sun Sunman, and this one is the Mattel Creations exclusive. So I already did a video on that. I will put a link to it in the description, so if you want to see about that. I've already decided I'm not going to open that, but it does slide out. So I'm going to compare the packaging to them, and then we'll be able to compare the figures once I pop it open, because you can see that figure nice and readily. So anyway, quickly, here is Sunman, and he is now part of the Masters of the Universe. Again, if you don't know about Sunman, if you're one of those ignorant people that just think, oh, hey, look, they're throwing in a new figure, a black figure, these Latino figures just to appease people, go do some research, see what Sunman was. It's a very interesting story back from the 80s, so this isn't new. And quick story, and I think I told it in the other video, is that kid goes to the store back in the 80s, sees all these figures. He's black, says to his mom, there's no figures that represent me. She comes up with this line, and it's Sunman. It has a bunch of minority figures in it, minority characters. Real interesting story. And then fast forward 30 years, 40 years, Mattel asked them to join the Masters of the universe, and Sunman and Pighead and all of his characters are now into the lore of Masters of the Universe. So again, look it up. All you gotta do is look up Sunman on Instagram. There's a lot of videos. Really interesting story. You should check it out. Anyway, so I'm gonna take a look at this. Here he is. I absolutely love how his wings or his cape, I'm not sure exactly what it is as of now, go from like end to end on the card. Again, the Master of the Universe tells you that he's part of the Rulers of the Sun, just like the other Master of the Universe figures that are in different lines, or from different lines. And on the back here, you're going to have Skeletor and Pighead fighting He-Man and Sunman. And there you have the wave along with your main figure. So, pretty cool. Now let's take a quicker look at them and compare them to the Mattel Creations. Alright, so here we're going to look at both figures carded. Again, as you can see, it looks very similar. Where their shields are, the Mattel Creations has a separate head. Obviously, the back is different. Here you'll see where it says Rulers of the Sun, Sunman, where obviously this one doesn't, because this is actually the card that is supposed to be Rulers of the Sun. So here, this one, now you see he's now part of the Masters of the Universe. You can see that the figures are pretty much the same, and I will be able to open him up without taking him out of the package, and then we can compare the two. And then the back is completely different, and again, if you want to see my review on this, I will leave a link in the description for that. So, quickly we'll take a look at the card here. And once again, wonderful card art. Here you see He-Man and Sunman fighting Pighead. Pigman, is that what it is? And Skeletor. You see Castle Grayskull on the back. Again, wonderful art, just like all of He-Man. We have the wonderful wave that have all the figures, along with He-Man and Skeletor, and everything that comes with them. And as I pointed out in the other video, that they have now started to place the weapons rather in the bag, which I absolutely hated all the way back to the 80s, that now they're just kind of set in there, and it's much easier to pop out. So now, instead of watching me open it, let me open it, get him out, and then we will take a look at him unboxed. Alright, so here we have Sunman out of the box. It's the first time I'm actually getting to pose him. And as I showed with the other two figures in this wave that I've already reviewed, here's the comic. This kind of explains how they're explaining Sunman entering this universe. It's also on the Mattel Creations one, which gives a little bit different story, but either way, kind of cool. Kind of tells you, explains how Sunman ends up here. So here is the figure, and I'll compare them really quickly. And as you can see, it's the exact same mold. The difference is the chest piece is shiny on the Mattel Creations. He comes with a separate head. The back is also different, as everything still comes bagged as the other ones. But he has the same heads here. Everything is much shinier on the Mattel Creations, where this is just your regular matte type paint. And even these things are actually different, obviously, because one has a head over here, but the new one still had the weapon. Just kind of sits in there, so it comes right out, rather than having to deal with the tape, which I absolutely hated. Alright, so here's Sunman. He's got these wings, which was on the original, and they just kind of, I think they kind of just showed me that they just slide right off. So they just pop right off. You know, I think he kind of looks better without it, but he also looks kind of naked without it. Then he has his chest piece that obviously pop his head. That comes off, and now he looks like an amazing bodybuilder. So, I'll pop this thing back on. Put his head back on, and I gotta say, I really do like the face sculpt. Really looks like a younger man. I think they have another one coming out with a different head sculpt, where it kind of has like a fade, or like a little flat top. So I saw a picture. I'm not sure where that's at, but again, same articulation as the other He-Man, where he's got these elbow joints, moves back and forth. Can't get a full 90 degree, but none of the He-Man can. Or Master of the Universe. Same with the knee joints. And then you have your ankle rockers. Again, I did a video a while back that I truly do believe this is the best line for, you know, kids and, you know, their parents that remember He-Man. So I'm not sure really what this weapon is. It's kind of weird. Obviously, you would assume that it's sharp. Oh, excuse me there. But it just pops right on. And then he has his sun shield. And you can tell some poor quality control there. At least with this, with the paint app. Looks pretty sad. Guess I could always use this one, which is nice and shiny, but again, won't be doing that. And so we can just kind of pop this on. And get the hand on here. Not having great luck, am I? That's the one thing I can say. Oh, that actually fits pretty well. I got another shield. What is it? I think it's the new He-Man. That the shield seems to fit better than the first figures, where they never seem to really clasp properly. This one seems to clasp really nicely. And I'll tell you what, man, this guy, you know, he looks like he's almost right out of Gladiator, with like a Gladiator weapon and something you would have seen in Gladiator. I gotta say, he looks really nice. He's gonna fit in really wonderful with the Master of the Universe figures. Now, as for his weird wings, you know, maybe that's just an easier way to do it. He looks, I don't know, it looks like he has like a child's bib on in some ways. I understand this is how he was created, and I think the pictures of the Masterverse ones make it look a lot better. It would have been nice maybe if this had been maybe facing downward. But then that looks kind of awkward. So I'm not sure if I'm going to leave these wings on him. I think he's a really nice looking figure. Maybe we can find a way to maybe use some, I don't know, sticky tack and put him on his back. Just kind of make it look a little bit better. It looks kind of weird like this. But again, I like this figure. He fits really nice. Again, he reminds me of something from Gladiator. I think with the big old giant shield and the nice chest plate. And this is a nice hard plastic that really reminds me of, you know, what we had back in the 80s. A lot of the new ones are rubbery, which I fully understand, and they actually pose a little bit better. But this is actually pretty cool. It fits really nice. So there's a quick look at your Sunman. Again, I think the face looks really nice. It pops. I don't see any issues. His eyes look pretty good. I mean, it's no Jitsu with his lazy eye, that's for sure. But everything else, he has little stars on his boots. And anyway, that's it. Let's wrap this up. Not too much more that I can say. You can only go over so many of the poses with Master Universe and their articulation. They only do so much. Alright, so there's your Master Universe Sunman. It's pretty much the same figure as Mattel Creations one, other than not as shiny. So if you feel like you missed out on that, don't go pay scalper prices. If you just feel like you need to have a Sunman, this guy's going to be readily available. He's general release. I mean, I actually got him before I've gotten the Horde Trooper, which I keep looking for and have not seen him pop up online. Although I do believe some people have got him from Target online. I haven't seen him at Target, obviously, but I got the other figures. And this figure, got him, you know, when he was on pre-order. Strange how they did pre-order for him. But it was February, so it was Black History Month, so they put him out there. But he was part of the wave. It's really odd how the Master Universe, how Mattel did that. So anyway, I'm rambling on. So anyway, Sunman, find him, pick him up. He's going to fit wonderful with your Masters of the Universe storyline, whether it be you're collecting the original figures and maybe you're just adding figures that you don't have in your original 80s figures. These figures, they look like they just belong. So I like the figure. This is pretty cool. This is the first time I'm getting to look at it. I really did love the history. I really recommend, if you're still watching, is go on Instagram, look up Sunman. You'll see the creator of it. She tells her story. I think it's an absolutely wonderful story. It's not about the PC society right now or anything. It was just something that happened or something she did back in the 80s. And I think it's wonderful that Mattel and the Master of the Universe team asked her if she would like that line to now be officially part of the Master Universe. So anyway, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Follow the channel. Something about a bell. I don't know. I don't know enough about this YouTube. I'm just trying to throw a YouTube channel together, do some stuff that makes me happy. Maybe it helps others with an opinion. I don't know. Instagram is a punk with toys. I'm gonna get out of here. Have a wonderful night and happy toy hunting.